Hey guys, I'm coming here with a video today. Today I want to talk about workplace bullying. Um, and I'm sending this video because hopefully it'll help somebody else and also help myself because in this type of environment, people are dealing with isolation and loneliness. And like I said, I work in the medical field and I work in the like I said, I work in psychiatrics. I work in, so I want to make the video. I mean, I'm not like trying to like spread any education or thing. I'm just going about like my life experiences and dealing with workplace videos because other people, I mean, not workplace, dealing with workplace bullying. And with people having so much going on in their life, I hope that this can help people because I know how mental health affects me, and you know like how we're just human, and hopefully I can help somebody. So I'm gonna share my story about my workplace bullying experience. So like I say, first about workplace bullying. Usually workplace bullying happens to people who are not part of the, you know, I would say humanized culture. They look different, they act different, think different, might have a different religion, and just different, think different. And you might be a female, male, different skin color, you might have a different religion, and like I said, just thinking different, nowadays, could make you a target to workplace bullying. I want know that like it has nothing to do with you. I mean, you're allowed to be different. You're allowed to look different. You're allowed to have a different religions. These companies say all of this, but when you are in these environments, the workplace environments, you're not allowed to be different. You're not allowed to think different. You're not allowed to be different from the whatever they think is supposed to be, whoever working this job. And my experiences with bullying and how it affects your mental health, because like I said, I've been bullied before. I've been bullied pretty much my whole life because I always have been like different or thought different, and I never like being like a popular person. I always been like kind of like an outcast. But I know, how I was raised and how I am as a person. I'm a kind person. I'm a hard worker. And like I said, I treat people fairly. So if you're, and you're doing your job, you're treating people fairly, and you know, you're meeting standards, why are you being bullied and being subject to a hostile work environment? And I have, been a person to reached out for help, and getting more pushback, like I'm the problem. So like I said, I'm making this video like hopefully I can help somebody. Like, this have nothing to do with you. This is how to do with like how systems are set up. Like, they want certain groups of people to be at top. They want their friends, they want people who look like them, to think like them, to be at the level with them. And if you are different, you don't meet these status quos of like who's supposed to be at these top level positions, or are you know or even just being part of the popular crowd, you will be targeted, you will be treated differently. um what I learned from, like I said, taking like being in a field where it's a very, like I said, work as a nurse. I work in a very stressful field, and I learned from how to cope with a lot of different mental health um, diagnosis, and how to cope with a lot of different stressors, that I had to learn on my own. So in these, environments where you are being targeted and are being treated differently, first you need to go to God. God, is, you can pray to God about anything, and God will change the situation. I have been through so much in my life, and I have prayed. Even getting through nursing school, I had to pray to get through nursing school because it was hard. And people wouldn't study with me. People, like I said, the bullying started in nursing school. People wouldn't study with me. People would, treat me different. And people would, isolate me and make me feel like I didn't know anything or I was dumb. Like I said, go to God, pray. You deserve to be anywhere. Who have the right to say people don't deserve to be somewhere based on the color of their skin, because of how they look, based on how they think, how they act? You deserve to be there. We all deserve to be anywhere on this earth. This is God's planet. This is, our planet. We have to share it with other people, and you cannot, just because someone looks different or whatever, or different, you can't treat them different. You have to be, you have to, stand up for what's right, because if you're doing your job and you are, meeting standards, why are you, subject to such difficult and hostile environments? I don't understand that. And these companies allow this stuff to go on, and they play like they don't know what's going on. And most of the time, you're not the first person who have complained about the bully of the workplace. Most people have complained about this person before. They know. And another thing, another way, you can help yourself in these type of environments is to get a therapist. You need a therapist, because some of us, we live in environments where we are the person that everybody come to for help. We are the person they come to for financial help or things like that. So sometimes, you can't always be the strong person. You need help sometimes too. So it's good to have a therapist. You don't have to be going through anything to have a therapist. Sometimes you just need somebody to go back and forth with their ideals, because like I said, we live in a very isolated society, that everything's on social media and pretending that life is perfect. Life is nowhere perfect at all. Things change all the time. You're gonna have ups and downs in your life, ups and downs in your career. Things change. So you need to have a therapist in this day and age, because we're in such a bad, toxic environment. And, from like higher ups, like our president, higher up, it's just trickling down slower, you're not as fast like if you was up in the White House. But if you're, people, lower level people like ourselves, or, people who don't have these fancy titles, we're just trying to go to work and make money. We're just trying to go to work and make money. We're not trying to do anything different. We're not trying to be rich. We're not trying to be celebrities. We just gotta, make money. Like I said, with me, I have like over $70,000 in student loans, so I have to go to work. Like I said, so I have to, like I said, go to work, pay my bills. So, and one more thing. What else I was gonna say? Therapist, God. And yeah, oh yeah, and another thing, if someone's bullying you, and if you went to the higher ups and they're not helping you, that's where you have to apply for another job and get up out of there. I had to do that, because I'm not gonna be in an environment where I know for a fact somebody's treating me differently. They're not making me feel a part of the team, and I'm doing my job, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm still being targeted. No, I'm not gonna be in an environment like that. I have to go. So yeah, but I hope I help somebody else who's dealing with workplace bullying, and I hope that, you stay sane and like mentally sane in this time that we're living in. So thank you guys. I hope I help somebody. Sorry, I'm rambling, but whatever. Hope I help somebody.